Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. I want to give a quick shout out and thank you to all the channel members. Thank you all so much. I wanted to share my IG with you guys just in case you guys are ever over there. It's the same handle as here at jevans underscore knife addict underscore life. And I wanted to invite any of you that might not have had the chance yet to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon. It really helps the channel and keeps you updated when I post new stuff in the community, go live, and release new videos. So today, I have got a long-term review, my thoughts and observations of what I'm convinced is probably the best budget knife. For me, that's under $100 in 2023. This is the Civivi Vision FG or Vision Field Grade. It is a Snecx design that came out last year, right around Blade Show, with the Vision R, which has a little bit more refined materials, has a little bit better blade steel, has the basic fit and finish, the basic working dimensions of the Wii, and the Civivi pulled it off fantastically. One thing that people talk about, and I hear them talk about, is this bar that pulls out on the Wii that doesn't on the Civivi. I'm actually going to mod my Civivi in another video because this will pull out. And I like having this pull out because it allows me to clean the blade. I don't think that's a design flaw at all. It actually works really well because I've never once accidentally pulled out my Wii Vision R. But again, I'm able to so that I can get in there with a little, what you want to call it, a God, I'm going blank. What is our lubricant stuff called? Our little brushes that we can get in there with and get them clean. But we'll do another video where we kind of compare the Wii Vision R to the Wii Vision FG. But this video is all about the Wii Vision FG. And guys, spoiler alert, there's nothing bad here. There's a little bit of bad here, but it's nothing that's a deal breaker bad here. So this knife came in, I want to say, at about $68. My version is in G10 and, if I'm not mistaken, VG10. So I've got a VG10 blade, G10 handles. I've got stainless steel liners. I've got the super lock here, which does not pull out until I take it apart and take this little stop pin out, because that's all that's holding it in there. Not this stop pin, but there's a smaller stop pin. But they made that captive, I guess, because so many people had complained that it came out and they thought it was a design flaw. But this knife, I will just say, I don't know if it's the thumb stud and the friction that I get off the thumb stud. And I think it's also a little bit more refined spring and a super lock. But the detent in this little knife is absolutely fantastic. It opens with absolutely no issues. It closes like a champ. Um, you can thumb flick it. You can super lock flick it. You can reverse finger flick it. It's just lends itself to be easily deployed. Um, the ergonomics of the knife, with the exception of this little Civivi pocket clip, which I think there's some aftermarket options out there that also fit this two screw pattern, but this clip is sharp. This clip, to me, I can feel it in my hand. If I was processing cardboard with this knife, um, my grip would kind of have to adjust to make this clip not be so hot. And one of the things I'll say about the Vision R, and speak about it more in the actual comparison of these two knives, is the Vision R clip on the side, on the spine here, I think was genius. I think it works well. I've never had any negative carry feeling from it. I just think it's a great clip. And you don't feel it as much in your palm of your hand. You do feel it on the back of your hand, but it's not as pronounced. And this clip is reversible, so it's a righty-lefty, truly ambidextrous knife with a truly ambidextrous clip. So that's a huge plus. The action the quality of the G10. The G10 is very grippy. Um, it's got the hole just like the original Snecx, which kind of shows you, if you look through that, you can see how that super lock travels on the tang and comes around. I don't know if y'all can see through the hole. I probably don't have it lined up. And then it just locks in there. So this is a very stable lock system. You don't have any side to side, any up and down. The Super Lock by Snecx is a winner. I mean, when I got the Vision R over a year ago, I knew that it was a very, very impressive lock, and it's held true. I'm hoping to find some paper, something that I can cut with this, and I'm not finding any paper. I'm just finding this cardboard sticker backing, which doesn't really do it justice. I've cut through my Smoky Mountain Knife Works catalog, and I've cut through all my coupon books. But this is a very, very slicey knife. Let's see if it, without making too much of a mess, how it bites into that light wood. If I was going to do some feather sticking with it. It's got some good bite. I love the blade shape. I love the overall design of the knife. And I think Civivi has knocked it out of the park with this knife. I think this is the knife of 2023 to beat, under $100. Again, it fits from a medium-sized knife. It's not going to be the heavy-duty go-to-town knife, but we should really use fixed blades for that. I think for an EDC knife, this knife would cover any base from large tasks to small tasks. I think it's a very unique locking mechanism and a very easy knife to deploy. You can slow roll it if you want to. You can make it as low key as you'd like. All the hardware on this is very minimalistic. You've got a T8 that holds the body here and a T8 that holds the pivot here. So this knife comes apart literally with two screws, the pivot and the body screw. And again, this lock assembly, which we'll look at in a future video when we actually break it down. So let's take a couple of size comparisons, take a look at this knife to see what it kind of compares to some other knives that we might have a familiarity with. The Cold Steel 4MAX is going to be much bigger than it. And then the Civivi Baby Banter is going to be much smaller than it. If we take our Benchmade regular size bug out, it's going to be about a 1/4 inch smaller than the bug out, shorter. And then our Spyderco Paramilitary 2 is almost about 3/4 of an inch longer. So I would say horseshoes and hanger nades is about bug out size. Let's take a couple of quick dimensions, get the spine thickness, the handle thickness, and get a weight. And I'll let you guys go with my final thoughts. So the overall length on this knife is right under 8 inches. The blade is 3.5 with a cutting edge of 3 inches and a handle of 4.25. Now, if I'm going to measure from the back of this handle where my hand's going to go to right here, which is where I would not have my grip, I'm at 3.5 inches. I look at this dimension and I am at right under 4.5 inches. So that's 3.5 inches to right here, 4.5 inches from here to here. And this is the grip of the knife, guys. This knife is perfect for detail cuts, perfect for pull cuts, perfect for push cuts, perfect through working through materials like cardboard, breaking down cardboard. It can work in any grip. So if you're at the 7-Eleven and you have to defend your Slurpee, this knife is really up to any task that I would think you could throw at it. Let's get a couple of quick measurements on the thickness of the blade stock. 0.119, and up at the tip, 0.038. Behind the edge, I know it's very thin, but I have a hard time measuring right here. 0.18, 0.170, 0.0170. And then the thickness of the scales, I'm guessing is going to come in right around half an inch, right under at 0.485. So again, I would say this fills the role of a medium size, get it done EDC knife, a gentleman's folder because it has a very elegant, understated look, a fidgeter's dream because the knife's action is absolutely dynamite. And for anyone who looked at the Vision R and had wanted to grab one, but the price had it more prohibitive. I mean, these knives, guys, I've spent a lot of time with both of them, and stylistically, they're almost identical. The blades line up perfectly in terms of the geometry, the blade geometry. There's some minor differences, yeah, but that's to be expected. But I give the Civivi Vision FG an absolutely attaboy. I would recommend it to anybody that was interested in it. I think it's the best Civivi I've ever experienced in the way that Civivi's put a knife together, and I think it's the budget knife of 2023, under $100, that is, which is the way I classify that. But guys, thank you, thank you, thank you for watching the video. I hope you found it informative. I hope you saw something maybe that you hadn't seen before. We'll bring this knife back when we do a comparison with the Wii Vision R. And all I ask is that you look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for one another. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.